Buddy. Yeah. Good boy, Buddy. Ooh.
quite the same size.
Ours didn't have noodles in it. No, we had a lot of sort of dumplings, and my favourite was barley stew.
Yeah, but we're avoiding restaurants. Yeah, this is not bad. Beautiful. Can't believe it's in London. Long time. See, look at all this shriveling. Oh, maybe time to recover. Oh. Blackberry and apple pie.
Blackberry and apple pie.
See? Small, but
I googled it and they're like, oh, it's like a birthmark basically.
Oh,
It's looking at.
will you come down? It's Buzz's step working, isn't it? Helping Vati coming down.
That was the whole point. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sit. More training.
Takuro Watanabe, try scorer last week, picked up 17 of Japan's points in their 27-10 defeat of Italy. There's that little quirk to his kicking start, the full
Yes.
start for the first set that works very effectively.
That looks good.
it's in there, coach.
Careful with the hair.